Good evening. Today we are going to study an important topic on the register transfer language, the computer registers, and the different micro operations used in the system. This is an important topic in the digital computer organization. So, these are the contents of our PowerPoint presentation. To start with, we are having the register transfer language, then register transfer, and finally we have computer register. So, what is a register transfer language? The register transfer language is the symbolic notation used to describe the micro operation transfers amongst the registers, and here the term register transfer means the availability of the hardware logic circuits that can perform a stated micro operation and transfer the result of the operation to the same or another register. This language is a procedure for writing symbols to specify a given computational process. These are some commonly used registers in our computer system. We have accumulator, then we have general purpose registers, special purpose registers. In special purpose registers we have memory address register, memory buffer register, program counter, the instruction register. The accumulator, it is the most common register used to store the data taken out from the memory. In the general purpose register, these are used to store data oblique the intermediate results during the program execution, and it can be accessed via assembly programming. The memory address register are the register that hold the address for memory unit. The memory buffer register stores instruction and data received from the memory and sent from the memory. The program counter points to the next instruction to be executed, and the instruction register holds to be executed. We have what is register transfer. It is the information transferred from one register to another is designated in symbolic form by means of a replacement operator. As you can see, we have shown there is a register R2 and there is a register R1. An arrow is pointing to the register R2. It denotes the transfer of the data from register R1 into the R2. Normally we want the transfer to occur only in predetermined control conditions. This can be shown by following if then statement, where we have written if in bracket we have p is equal to 1, then transfer or shift the contents of R1 to the R2. Here p is a control signal generated in the control section. The control function is a boolean variable that is equal to 1 or 0, and it is written as p colon R2 with an arrow pointing to R2 R1. The control condition is terminated with a colon. It shows that transfer operation can be executed only if p is equal to 1. Now we have what is micro operations. The operations executed on data stored in registers are called as micro operations, and a micro operation is an elementary operation performed on the information that is stored in one or more registers. We have shift, count, load, etc. Now the various types of micro operations are: we have arithmetical micro operations, we have logical micro operations, then we have shift micro operations, and register transfer micro operations. In arithmetic micro operations, they perform arithmetical operations on the numerical data stored in registers. The logical micro operations perform bit manipulation operation on non-numerical data stored in registers. The shift micro operations perform shift micro operations performed on data The register transfer micro operations transfer binary information from one register to another. Now let us take the arithmetical micro operations where we have the add micro operation, in which you can see that the contents of R1 and R2 are added first, and then the result is being transferred to the contents of R3. This is what add micro operation is. In case of subtract micro operation, as you can see in the example, here the contents of R3 are getting replaced by the contents of R1, which are being added to the contents of R2 by taking one's complement of R2 and then adding 1 to that. To sum up that, as you can see, in subtract micro operation, instead of using minus operator, we take one's complement and add 1 to the register, which gets subtracted. That is, R1 minus R2 is equivalent to R3, which is replaced by the contents of R1, which are added to the contents of R2, taking 2's complement of that. Then finally we have the increment oblique decrement micro operation. The increment and decrement micro operations are performed by adding and subtracting 1, 2 and from the registers respectively, as you can see below, where R1 is getting replaced by the contents of R1 by adding 1 to that. That is the increment operation. And in the next one we are having R1 getting replaced by decrementing R1 by 1. Now we have the logical micro operations, where these are the binary micro operations performed on the bits stored in the registers, and these operations consider each bit separately and treat them as binary variables. Then you can see that, let us consider the exclusive or micro operation with the contents of two registers R1 and R2, where we have shown that there is P colon and the contents of R1 are getting replaced by taking the exclusive OR of R1 and R2. As shown in the above statement, we also have included a control function. Now assume that both of these two registers R1 and R2 have 3 bits. For that, let the content of R1 be 010 and content of R2 be 100. So the exclusive OR micro operation will provide us the result as given below, where we are having 110, which is R1 after when we have assigned P equal to 1. Now let us take the shift micro operations. These are mainly used for serial transfer of data. That means we can shift the contents of the register to the left or right. In the shift left operation, the serial input transfers a bit to the rightmost position, and in shift right operation, the serial input transfers a bit to the leftmost position. There are 3 types of shifts, which are as follows. That is logical shift. It transfers 0 through the serial input, and the symbol SHL is used for the logical shift left, and SHR is used for the logical shift right. As you can see here, the contents of R1 are getting replaced by shift left of R1. Here there is an interesting point to note, is that the register symbol must be same on both sides of the arrows. In circular shift, this circulates or rotates the bits of register around the two ends without any loss of data, and in this the serial output of the shift register is connected to its serial input, and we have CIL for circular shift left, and we have CIR for circular shift right. Then let us take arithmetical shift. This shifts a signed binary number to left or right. An arithmetical shift left multiplies a signed binary number by 2, and shift left divides the number by 2. Arithmetical shift micro operations leaves the sign bit unchanged because the signed number remains same when it is multiplied or divided by 2. We have the computer register. What is a computer register? These are a type of computer memory which are used to quickly accept, store and transfer data and instructions that are being used immediately by the central processing unit, and the registers used by the CPU are often termed as processor registers, and a processor register may hold an instruction, a storage address or any data which can be a bit sequence or individual characters. Also, the computer needs processor registers for manipulating the data and a register for holding a memory address. The register holding the memory location is used to calculate the address of the next instruction after the execution of the current instruction is. The common registers used in a basic computer, as you can see in this particular diagram, we have data register, address register, accumulator, instruction register, program counter, temporary register, input register and output register. Also, we have shown in this diagram that the different symbols corresponding to all these registers is given in the column with the number of bits that each register occupies. Also, the function of each register is defined in the last column. Next, in this particular diagram or figure, it shows the register and memory configuration for the basic computer. Again, here the register and configuration of a basic computer is shown, in which we have the program counter, the address register, the instruction register, there is a temporary register, the input register. The details of all these are also given on the next slide. So let us consider this one. Here you can see that the memory unit has a capacity of 4096 words and each word contains 16 bits. The data register contains 16 bits and which hold the operand read from the memory location. The memory address register contains 12 bits which hold the address for the memory location, and the program counter also contains 12 bits which hold the address of the next instruction to be read from memory after the current instruction is executed. And the accumulator register is a general purpose processing register, and the instruction read from memory is placed in the instruction register IR, and the temporary register is used for holding the temporary data during the processing, whereas the input registers hold the input characters given by the user, and the output registers hold the output after processing the input data. So this is all about the register and the different micro operations that I used. Thank you.